Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on our nutrition webinar this morning. My name is Sarah Thompson. I'm an area manager and independent consultant for Arbonne International. I'm also a certified holistic health coach. I've been studying nutrition for just about 10 years independently, and also went to school through Institute for Integrative Nutrition and received my certification there. And I'm very excited to share with you. I'll start by sharing just a little bit about myself and my own personal health journey. Just about 10 years ago, I was diagnosed and with a condition where my doctor said that I would need to be on medication for the rest of my life in order to manage it. I grew up in a pretty healthy family and also had a good understanding of how the body works and was designed to not only protect itself, but also heal itself. So with that, I started on my own personal research and started studying and learning about what foods would promote healing, as well as what foods would protect my body from having to fight off this my health concern that I had. So with that, as you start learning more, you want to share, obviously, with others to give them the resources and tools so that they're knowledgeable about how to protect themselves and also heal themselves. So I am that lady that is in the grocery store looking at every single label on the back. I scrutinize every ingredient in a package. It's very important to me what I not only put in my body, but also my family's body, and also what I recommend for my clients to use as well. So when I came across Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond, I did exactly that. I scrutinized it, and I was very, very, not just pleasantly surprised, but really excitedly surprised to learn that it really was everything that I was looking for. And so today we'll be just discussing digestion issues, gut health, inflammation, toxins, weight management, and really how acidic and alkaline foods affect our body. So as we're discussing these, if you're looking for a tool, we'll definitely be sharing with you a resource to be able to help you along your journey with your own personal health goals and concerns. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So we are going to be talking today about lifestyle changes. So with everything, we want to make sure that this is a lifestyle habit that we're implementing as opposed to a quick fix, right? So personally with my health journey, I can probably say that I have been medication free for almost 10 years. I've never once gone on medication, and I've been able to do that through maintaining new lifestyle habit changes. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So we'll be talking about getting healthy from the inside out. So first of all, we get healthy and then we lose weight. We must clean, detoxify our body in order to lose toxic fat and weight. And we do this by taking out allergenic foods, cleaning the drain. And so we'll be discussing what this means to you and how do we do this. Again, it's simple. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not a rapid weight loss program. It's not a once-a-year detox program. It's a lifestyle that's easy to follow, easy to learn, and most importantly, easy to sustain. It's family friendly and really designed for everyone, all ages, man and woman. What will this plan do? It will help you to remove toxins from the body, reset your metabolic thermostat, reduce food cravings, renew unhealthy skin, reveal foods that harm your health, and really rediscover your health, vitality, energy, sex drive, excitement, and beauty. Just a quick fact, we'll be pointing out some facts along the way. Staggering statistic, but research doctors at Mount Sinai did a study and found that newborn babies have over 200 industry chemicals in their body at birth. So that goes to tell us that during the gestation period, what mama eats plays a huge role in the health of the baby, as well as what mama puts on her skin, which gets absorbed into her bloodstream, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So very important to keep mindful when you are considering getting pregnant and also during pregnancy. The 5 keys to health are first and foremost eating clean, eliminating acidic, addictive, and allergenic foods, increasing nutrient uptake, balancing blood sugar, and supporting our eliminating organs. So we don't lose weight to get healthy. We get healthy and then we lose weight. It's a natural process. Eating clean. What is that? Okay, so first of all, pesticide, hormone, and antibiotic free. Pesticide, what is that? So pesticides are what are sprayed on produce to keep bugs, to repel bugs from damaging crops. Why is that harmful for us? Well, it's poison. It kills small, tiny little bugs. Obviously, we are much larger and our bodies are able to digest and break down and separate and detoxify. But you think about how much food that we eat that has that in that over time, it plays a huge role in our body. So pesticides, if we eat organic, then we know that we're eating pesticide free. The only thing that's different between an organic apple and a non-organic apple is an organic apple, it doesn't have poison on it. So really with that, you know, it should be a very simple decision. I personally don't want poison. How about you? So another part of eating clean is saturated and trans fat free, dairy, gluten, soy, and GMO free. We'll talk about each of these in detail and why they're important. Refined sugar free, artificial flavor, and sweetener free. So eating a clean anti-inflammatory diet that actually helps the body to release toxins. So what are toxins? How do we remove toxins and lose weight? So first of all, we live in a very toxic environment, from the air that we breathe, from the water that we bathe in with the chemicals, the chlorine and the fluoride, from the non-healthy products that we might put on our body, that from makeup to skincare to lotion to sunscreen, baby care products, you name it, anything that we put on our skin, it actually gets absorbed in 26 seconds, about 90% of what we put on. So that's really important to keep in mind because our skin is our largest eliminating organ and it does not have its own filtration system like our body does with our liver. So keep that in mind when you're putting products on your body. Make sure they're toxin free, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail as well. So that's another way that we receive toxins. The main way, obviously, is through our mouth, the food that we eat. And so our bodies, they've been designed very intuitively and very intelligently. So our bodies, when we have a very highly toxic environment, our body will go into automatic protection mode and it will create basically a defense system. And how the body does that is by creating a fat layer around our midsection. Why our midsection? Well, that's where our vital organs are. Our body knows that it can live without our arms and legs, but it absolutely needs our vital organs to survive. So what will happen is the body will create a fat layer around our midsection, and that's where it will become that barrier to store toxins. So you think about when you go out to eat and you have a great, awesome ribeye or a steak of some sort, and we're always told don't eat the fat. Well, why is that? Is it because of the fat content, or is it because of the toxins? And really it's because of the toxins, because that's where an animal stores its toxins, from the antibiotics, the hormones, any GMO feed, toxic grain that it's fed. All those things get stored, their toxins, they get stored in the fat. So when you're eating fat from a piece of unclean meat, well, then you're getting all those toxins. And our body works exactly the same way. It forms that fat layer around the toxin to protect our vital organs. So the more toxins that we have in our diet, the more difficulty it will be to lose weight. And that is why many plateau or they get stuck in their weight management journey. So we actually want to remove toxins and then lose weight. What is a toxin? Basically, it's anything that cannot be used as energy. So again, let's go back to an apple. So you've got your organic apple and you've got a 100 calorie snack pack, right? So an apple, we eat the apple, our body knows instinctively what to do with it, how to digest it, how to break it down, and also how to then use those nutrients as energy in the body. Whereas a 100-calorie snack pack, it's filled with preservatives, chemicals, artificial flavors, and sweeteners. Our body has no idea what to do with it. It kind of is like a computer, like on overload, like beep, beep, beep. You know, we don't know what to do with this. So it has to go in this crazy mode of trying to figure it out. And it instantly will store it as a toxin because it cannot use it as usable energy. So very important and mindful when we're eating foods. Can our body use it as energy? Next is acidic versus alkaline foods. Now, we all learned about our pH scale somewhere in junior high, right? So you've got pH balanced in the middle, acidic on one side, alkaline on the other. A body that is highly acidic is where disease lives, autoimmune, cancer, diabetes. It thrives in an acidic environment, whereas in an alkaline environment, it cannot live. So what we want to do is eat alkaline forming foods so that our body is pH balanced versus acidic foods. What are acidic foods and what do they do to the body? Again, cancer, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, osteoporosis, acne, bladder infections, food cravings, autoimmune diseases, a suppressed immune system, unhealthy gut, weight gain, low energy, brain fog, Alzheimer's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, IBS, Crohn's disease, you name it, the list goes on and on. So very important that we get our body pH balanced and have an alkaline forming diet. How we do this is by eliminating the 3 A's, the foods that are acidic, allergenic, and addictive. What are they? Refined sugar, it's acidic and addictive. Dairy, acidic and allergenic. Gluten, it's acidic and allergenic. Soy, acidic and allergenic. Coffee, acidic and addictive. Alcohol, acidic and addictive. Corn, extremely acidic. So let's talk about a couple of these before we move on. Gluten. We know that that is a huge buzzword in the health industry, gluten-free, right? It's even on things as silly as water, which obviously should be gluten-free. But why this is important and why it's a problem. First of all, there's a small percentage in the U.S. of Americans who are actually have celiac disease, which is allergic and intolerant of gluten. However, about 67% of Americans have an intolerance and gluten sensitivities. So very mindful to keep in mind that even though you may not be celiac, you might have gluten sensitivities. Why is that? Well, the food that we were eating, the wheat that we were eating about 100 years ago wasn't processed in the same way that it is now. Gluten is a protein found in grains. And the wheat in about 1960s, they created a genetically modified seed that basically a seed that was not created by nature, but rather created in a lab that whereas wheat used to produce 2 crops in a year, now they can harvest it 4 times in a year. It used to grow to about 3-4 feet high. Now it grows to about 6 feet high. So it's kind of what we call in the health industry a freaking food. It's been designed in a lab. And then it's also heavily processed. So our body, just like that 100-calorie snack pack, it's very difficult for our body to digest, very difficult for our body to break down. It actually causes inflammation and bloating in the body. So that's why gluten is something to be mindful of and really learn if that's something and how it affects your body. Again, we're going to eat more alkaline foods by adding more fruits and vegetables to our diet, mostly vegetables. Spinach, kale, cucumber, broccoli, avocado, celery, and bell pepper are the highest alkaline forming foods that are also very easy for our bodies to absorb and also help to absorb acids. So let's go into these acidic, allergenic, and addictive foods and why. So first of all is why no dairy. Dairy is acidic and allergenic. It's full of hormones and antibiotics from the dairy cows. It contributes to acne, and it's also very mucus forming. So if you have little ones who drink milk every day in their cereal and constantly have a runny nose, have chronic ear infections, I would really encourage you to look at eliminating dairy from their diet. Try substituting with almond milk or coconut milk and see how their body does once they get rid of that mucus forming milk. The countries with the highest consumption of dairy actually have the highest rates of breast cancer and osteoporosis. The EPA states that 100% of beef and 93% of cheese and ice cream is actually contaminated with DDT, which is a harmful chemical insecticide. So dairy, something to be very mindful of, and why it's so harmful is dairy cows are fed, majority of dairy fed cows are fed genetically modified corn and soy grain. Why is this harmful? Well, first of all, cows are not meant to eat grain. They're herbivores. They're meant to eat grass. So their digestive system has been designed to digest grass and to be able to obtain those nutrients and provide all the health needs that the cow has, right? So we have now gone away from traditional farming in many ways to where cows are on a dirt lot and they're fed grain. And to meet the high demand of our grain needs in the US, they're fed genetically modified grain. Genetically modified, again, just like that wheat, it's corn and soy that has been developed in a lab, a seed that can withstand heavy pesticide spraying. So interesting fact, many of you may already know the Monsanto Group, who are the creators of Roundup, right? Roundup, the weed killer that a lot of us use on our lawns. They're actually the creators of GMOs, genetically modified seeds. These are seeds that can withstand heavy pesticide spraying and are highly toxic. They have been proven to be linked to cancer, proven to be linked to tumors, proven to be linked to Alzheimer's, and many other illnesses in the body. So something to be mindful of. So with dairy, it's filled with fat. Fat is actually a good thing for us if it's a healthy fat. However, when it's a toxic source, then obviously not a healthy fat. So definitely something to keep in mind. If you've got gas, you've got acne, if you've got mucus, you've got obesity, you've got milk, and you've got fat. Gen X is now becoming Gen XXXL. A third of all U.S. children are overweight or obese. This is a staggering statistic that each and every one of us needs to do something about, starting it with our own families. Major factors are milk and dairy, 30 times increase in gluten in our food than prior years. It leads to IBS, GI issues, diabetes, obesity, thyroid, and autoimmune disease. So why gluten? Why no gluten and why no soy? So we talked about gluten is found in wheat, rye, and barley. Gluten and soy are acidic proteins. They're not alkaline forming. They're difficult to digest and highly allergenic. The immune system often attacks these proteins, causing inflammation, bloating, and potbelly. Gluten actually inflames the intestines, making it leak into the bloodstream and body. And soy contains phytoestrogens that can mimic the effects of the female hormone estrogen. Let that sink in for a minute. It mimics the effects of the female hormone estrogen. So soy, again, genetically modified. Actually, in the U.S., about 95% of the crops in the U.S. are genetically modified seeds for soy. So again, very toxic, proven to cause cancer, linked to tumors, all of that. But also, soy actually mimics a female hormone estrogen in the body. So me as a woman, I don't want, obviously, any more female hormone in the body than I already have. I want a balance of what I should have. But as a man, even more so, right? So in the US, the hormone balance for men and women is completely off the chart and imbalanced, with dominance in estrogen for both men and women. And why that is because soy is in the majority of our packaged foods. So something to be mindful of. And it's really in the most uncommon areas too. So very common area would be crackers, cookies, cereals, breads, packaged goods. Soy is actually a preservative. So you'll see soy lecithin in a lot of ingredients. But it's also used as a cheap filler so that food industry doesn't have to give us as much of the real thing, and they can still charge us the same price. So for example, a tuna can, it'll say tuna in water, but if you actually turn it over and look in the ingredients list, a lot of tuna cans will say tuna, soy, and water. So definitely go check your tuna cans and see about that. Also, soy is used in vitamins and supplements, and it's also used, I'm sorry. Another thing it's used in is tea, which was very surprising to me. I was turning over a tea label, looking to see if it had any added sweeteners, and found that it actually had soy in it. So yes, I do turn over every package that I read. I'm that lady in the grocery store. But again, like I said, it's very important to me what I not only put in my body, my family's body, but also what I recommend for my clients. So be very mindful of that with soy. A very staggering statistic is that if you drink just 2 glasses of soy milk daily for 1 month, it has enough of a chemical to alter a woman's menstrual cycle. So definitely something to consider. Again, almond milk, coconut milk are great alternatives to dairy. And so getting to that, we're going to look to how do we replace dairy, gluten, and soy. So with Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond, we actually have a vegan protein shake mix. It's 20 grams of vegan protein, which is highly absorbable, 20 essential vitamins and minerals to help you feel fuller, longer, a complete amino acid profile. Why that is that we actually have a vegan blend. So it's a blend of pea protein, cranberry, and brown rice. So that's very important when you're getting a vegan protein source. Many are not a complete blend, giving you that complete amino acid profile. Why is that important is that we actually receive amino acids, essential amino acids from the foods that we eat. And our body, there are some that our body cannot produce. So that's where that complete amino acid profile comes in, is that it has all the amino acids that our body cannot produce on its own. And also it's very highly absorbable. It's alkaline forming. It's cholesterol, lactose, and trans fat free. It has no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. It's actually low glycemic and approved for diabetics. Helps to build and maintain lean muscle, energy plex to promote energy, and detoxification with our blend of ginseng, alfalfa, kelp, CoQ10, and flaxseed. Something to keep in mind with cholesterol. There's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Cholesterol is obtained through animal proteins, animal meats. So that is why you will never find cholesterol in a vegan product. So if you're battling cholesterol issues, definitely something to get balanced. This is the way to do it. How do we replace coffee and tea? Well, Arbonne has developed energy fizz sticks. They are actually alkaline forming and all natural. They're a blend of green tea, ginseng, and B vitamins. Again, we don't use sugar or artificial sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup. There's just 10 calories and they're carb free. And what they help do is just to provide that calm, sustainable energy as opposed to a spike and a crash that you're going to gain from coffee, sodas, and tea. They will also help to reduce sugar and carb cravings. They balance the blood sugar, boost energy, improve your mood, enhance endurance, and actually improve alertness. They're a little packet. You simply add it to 8 to about 16 ounces of water. It's really your preference as to how concentrated you like them. Okay, so as we're on our 30 Days to Healthy Living, we're going to be looking to increase our nutrient uptake. Detoxification is really essential to begin increasing our nutrient intake. We need to be able to rid our body of the toxins so that it can absorb the nutrients. So it's not what we eat, it's what we absorb. So let's stop and talk about that a little bit. So as we eat foods, as it passes through our digestive system and through our GI tract, our body actually has, along our intestinal linings, has these little follicles that absorb the nutrients from the food as it's passing through. So it's really important that you have a clean GI tract. So Arbonne has created a 7-day body cleanse. We do this in the 3rd week of our 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond program, where it actually cleans out your GI tract very gently. And I love to use word images because that's kind of how my brain works. So you think about your bathroom sink and you brush your teeth, you have soap scum, you have hair that goes down the drain, and eventually over time that drain starts to not drain as quickly. and you've got to get the Drano out or a snake and clean out the drain. Well, our body works exactly the same way. Our GI tract needs to be cleaned out. And the way that we do that is through the 7-day body cleanse, a very gentle herbal process. It's not a laxative. It's not going to upset your stomach. It's not going to interrupt your elimination. It's actually going to encourage it, but in a very natural, gentle way to just clean out that drain. So, when our bodies are toxic, we can't absorb the good nutrients we're eating. So that's what we're looking to improve. We need essential supplements and antioxidants to process and digest our food because our bodies cannot do it alone. And we do this through digestive enzyme, prebiotics, probiotics, and vitamins. So gut health is very essential to overall health. Did you know that 80% of your immune system is actually produced in your gut? So when you think about a healthy body, a strong immune system that's able to fight off infection, disease, and illness, a healthy gut is where it starts. Did you also know that about 80% of serotonin is actually produced in the gut as well? Serotonin is what gives us that feeling of feeling good, having good emotions, that well-being. So our emotional health, our mental health is actually connected to our gut as well. So when you think about it, a healthy gut is a healthy mind. We have a staggering rise of not only adults, but even children on antidepressants, dealing with depression, panic attacks, anxiety. A lot of that is connected to the gut. Studies have been proven to show this. So it's very important. If there's one thing that I could get on a soapbox and share about as a health professional, it would be gut health and improving that and promoting your gut health through prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. And I was so excited to find out when Arbonne that they have developed a prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzyme all in one that's very simple and easy to take, and that the body easily and quickly absorbs, that actually makes it all the way down to your lower intestine. A lot of probiotics have to have a very high level of strand in order to make it through the digestive system to where it doesn't get, killed off in that acidic formation. But Arbonne's blend actually makes it all the way down to the lower intestine, which is really where you want to promote gut health. So in America, we are actually the most overnourished but malnourished country in the world. That's through empty calories, toxicity, and just really overall poor health. Our body is not able to digest and absorb the nutrients that we do get. And then we have that highly acidic diet, right? So we also want to concentrate on balancing our blood sugar. Insulin is actually secreted in response to eating acidic carbohydrates, your breads, your crackers, your cookies, your white potatoes, your fruit, your sugar, etc. Something to keep in mind, whenever I meet with my clients, one of the questions I ask them is, what's your vice? And, sugar, coffee, soda, caffeine, smoking, alcohol, what is it, right? And, I'll have some say, oh gosh, I don't have a sugar tooth at all. But, I enjoy cookies, crackers, popcorn, things of that nature, snacking, basically. And what a lot of people don't realize is that those carbohydrates, they actually convert to glucose just like sugar does. So it has the same reaction and effect in the body. It creates craving. It creates that insulin rise. And insulin actually is what signals the body to bring the blood sugar down and to hold on to fat. So it puts our bodies into fat storage mode as opposed to fat burning mode, right? We want our body to be in fat burning mode, not storage. And scientists have established that anything that causes a rise in our blood sugar results in inflammation. And inflammation is basically at the basis of virtually every disease, such as cancer, aging, Alzheimer's, heart disease, even anti-aging and wrinkled skin. So another part of our program that we really want to concentrate is supporting our eliminating organs. How we do that is, first of all, Arbonne has created a daily fiber boost. Fiber is really essential to our health. A lot of people associate fiber with elimination and going to the bathroom. That's really just a small portion of it. Fiber actually helps to lower bad and raise good cholesterol. It helps to balance blood sugar. It helps actually to be our body to be able to absorb the nutrients that we're eating. It also acts as a sponge for toxins and protects the lining of the colon. So think about, like we were talking about, if you think about our GI tract as a drain, right? And when we eat fiber, it really acts as a sponge going through our drain and really cleaning out our insides. So fiber is really essential to maintaining our health. And again, so we can absorb those good nutrients. It helps you to feel fuller longer. And Arbonne's is actually made from fruits and vegetables. There's in one serving, there's half the recommended daily value. The FDA recommends 24 grams of fiber in a day. And if you talk to most health professionals in holistic health, in functional medicine, they really recommend about 36 grams of fiber in a day. So definitely get your fiber. Arbonne's fiber is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. So it's a great way to sneak it into your family's fiber, add it to a smoothie, add it to your rice or your pasta dish, and great way to get them some fiber because, really Americans only consume now about 10% of the fiber that we did 100 years ago. So definitely a change there. Daily organ support. We also do this through our detox tea. There's 9 key botanicals to help support the kidneys, liver, and blood function for detoxification. It contains milk thistle, which supports our liver, which is a master fat-burning and detoxifying organ in our body. It supports the production of glutathione, the master detoxifier of the body. And obesity is really more closely related to liver dysfunction than any other abnormality. So it's really important that we support our eliminating organs. Arbonne has developed a line of vitamins and nutrients and supplements that are really key to supporting the health. So calcium, omega-3, joint support, antioxidant, immunity boosters, women's balance, you name it. And they're all vegan. They're all soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, mineral oil-free, which a lot of vitamins actually have mineral oil on the casing. And that's really important to be mindful of because mineral oil is actually, it basically acts as a cellophane. So something to also be aware of with anything that we put on our body that has mineral oil in it. The majority of skincare and personal care products actually do have mineral oil in them. Why is that harmful? First of all, mineral oil is a byproduct of petroleum. It's basically gasoline that's been distilled 7 times. It's the waste. And so the gasoline industry has to do something with that waste. And so rather than pay high environmental fees to discard of that waste, they actually use that waste and sell it. And it's used in the personal care industry. So again, it acts as a cellophane. Doesn't allow our skin to breathe. We talked about earlier, our skin is our largest eliminating organ. We really want our body and our skin to be able to breathe and release those toxins. So really important that we don't trap that. Going back to vitamins, mineral oil is actually used in a lot of capsules and tablets to keep that formation. And Dr. Oz did an interesting study a few years back that he actually took a porta potty, dumped it out, kind of disgusting, but filtered through all the waste. And what was left were hundreds of capsules and tablets completely undigested. So many of us spend thousands of dollars in a year on our vitamins and supplements and don't get any nutritional value from them. So you want to make sure that your vitamins and supplements are highly absorbable and that your body is actually able to benefit from them. Arbonne, our ORX score rating for our products is our absorption rate is through the roof. We absorb about 95% of all of our products. So very key to understanding absorption and how it plays a role in our health. So why our 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond lifestyle plan? Arbonne has done the work for you. Nothing will ever taste as good as healthy feels. You can never out-exercise a bad diet. And aging, 10% of our aging, of our body, of our appearance, of our health is actually genetics. 10% is exercise, and 80% of it is what we eat, our diet, our daily lifestyle, and our diet. And what I love about this statistic is that, yes, 10% comes from our genetics and DNA, but 90% we actually have control of through our diet and our exercise. So that's really exciting, empowering information to know that you have control of your health. You have control of 90% of your health. Take ownership of that and start to create that lifestyle plan that's going to to really generate the kind of results that you want and to live the life that you want to live. With the lifestyle plan, we need to actually nutritionally rebalance our bodies for true health and wellness. Our body actually does that. It does it on a 30-day cycle. So it takes about 30 days for the body to reset itself. This plan will actually enhance nutrient uptake and decrease toxic load simultaneously. We'll learn about the life-saving information, and you can actually book your own wellness event if you would like. Just contact me directly and I can help you with that. Simply Fit, this lifestyle plan is not a diet, it's actually nutritional rebalancing. So dieting is used, we do the standard calorie cutting, we add exercise in, we really minimize our sugar intake, but a lot of times that might be artificial sugar, which is toxic. So what we're doing is we're actually putting our body on a toxic overload by those rebound diets, right? How many of us have gone on a quick fix diet, we've lost weight, but then, in time we actually gain the weight back, and not only gain the weight back, but it brings more friends with it where we gain even more. That's yo-yo dieting and rebound, and it actually puts the body in a more toxic overload. I love this chart here because it shows that when you've got a little excess weight, you see this person has a little excess weight and they have their toxins. Then you see this person has done a crash diet and they've actually lost weight, but they're actually more heavily toxically dense. So we want to concentrate on cellular cleansing, cleanse from a cellular level, and remove toxins from the body, create lean muscle, and melt away that excess fat naturally, where the body, like we talked about, it can go out of defense mode and release the weight because it's releasing toxins. It says, oh, hey, we don't need this barrier around us anymore. And I encourage you, if you are heavily toxic, if you do eat a toxic diet and haven't concentrated on cleansing, love your fat. Your fat is what is protecting you. But we obviously want to release the toxins, get rid of them, and then get rid of that excess weight as well. So the day in the life, it's very simple, very easy plan to follow. Whoever invited you on this call can definitely help to explain it in detail. I would love to answer any questions that you have. It's really easy. You're going to have 2 of our vegan shakes a day. You'll include the fiber, the digestion plus, which is the prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzyme, your energy fizz sticks, your detox tea. You're going to have your snacks throughout the day. And then for dinner, you're going to have a whole meal. So you're not starving yourself. You're not eating real food. We're actually concentrating on eating real food and learning new lifestyle habits. So you're going to be eating, if you're a meat eater, you're going to eat grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, organic, pasture-raised, free-range chicken. You're going to be eating your fresh vegetables, your good, healthy carbs, so sweet potatoes, brown rice, and quinoa. So you're going to have a great meal. With this plan, you'll receive many tools and guides. And, many people ask, well, what do I do after the 30 days? Well, I have clients that actually stay on it as a lifestyle. I have clients that stay on it for 30, 60, 90 days, depending on what their specific weight management goal is. But really what we encourage is an 80-10-10 plan. So 80% of the time, you continue to eat clean, eliminate bad foods, keep your nutrient intake up, keep your blood sugar balanced, and keep eliminating organs and support it through detoxification. How do we do that? 80%, you stick to this plan and you live it daily. It's a lifestyle, right? I always share with my clients that getting healthy is not a destination, it's a journey. If we don't get healthy, we be healthy every day with the choices that we make. So 10% of the time, enjoy a burger, pizza, cocktail, piece of cake, whatever it is, right? 10% of the time, go all out and enjoy. You're on vacation, you're in Cabo, you're living it up, enjoy yourself. But the main key is always come back to the 80%. This nutritional lifestyle plan will keep you healthy and vital for life. Remember, if there's anything else, the plan is a lifestyle. It is not a diet. So ready, set? Are you ready to get going? Let's get going and get Simply Fit. Commit and decide on your start date. Order your product from your own independent consultant. Print and read materials, take a few before photos, write down your goal. I really encourage not only to take your weight, but also to take your measurements. Measurements are so much more telling sometimes than the scale. clear out your temptations and distractions, shop for healthy options. You'll get a shopping guide. You'll also get a recipe guide. You'll be added to our Facebook support group to help you along the way with others that are on their same journey with you. Get your family on board for support. Let them know what you're doing. I strongly encourage this, especially if you have specific health concerns that you're really doing this for, to where you really need your family support. And also, this is a great way to get started. Get your family started on a healthy lifestyle as well. You'll find that the recipes that are provided, that you can make these for dinner. You don't even need to tell your family that these are detox-friendly meals. They're going to love them and enjoy them. And stay connected to your consultant. Your consultant will be able to help you every step of the way. The Arbonne Advantage, we're unparalleled product development for actually 36 years now. We have a proven business opportunity, unlimited income potential to work from home, provides more time, freedom, and flexibility. It bridges a gap between part-time and full-time, or in the interim, it can be an income, a supplemental income to yours. Arbonne can help you actually achieve that. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So we have a whole team committed to us. And we're really living healthy and wealthy by simply using our own products and sharing them in the opportunity with the others. For me, it has been an amazing opportunity I've been a single working mom for, my daughter is almost 17, and I was a single working mom for 15 years before I learned about Arbonne. And I started it alongside of my corporate job. I was working that about 60, 70 hours a week, and I just fit Arbonne in the nooks and crannies of my day. And within a year, I was home full time, working my Arbonne business only part time, and able to share every day of my life with my daughter, which is super exciting. We only get 18 summers with our kids, so I am clinging on to the last 2 that I have left. So, it's really exciting opportunity. So if you're interested in that, definitely talk to the consultant that shared this with you, or I can also answer any questions that you might have. So that's it. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. You get to pick your adventure. I strongly encourage you to take the step today to reclaiming your health, taking that ownership, being empowered by the fact that 90% of what you do, you have control of with your health. Please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. My name is Sarah Sherlock Thompson. Also, you can find me at livingfreenaturally.com. And I look forward to learning more about your health journey and how I can help you along the way. Have a wonderful day.